If your woman keeps nagging you, complaining that nothing you do is ever good enough, no matter how much money you spend on spa trips, fancy holidays, and whatnot, it is because you lack the 5 masculine skills that are necessary to create an amazing relationship. I'm going to walk you through those specific skills that will help you to make your girlfriend lovey-dovey, soft, and affectionate again. I've taught this method, the Hercules archetype model, or method that I call it, to over 300 guys who are now in amazing relationships. Why are these 5 masculine skills so powerful? Because they trigger all 4 primary desires and needs that every woman has. The need for safety, the need for connection, the need for adventure, and the need for leadership. I've categorized these skills based on masculine archetypes that women fucking obsess over. We have Patrick the leader, Don Juan the lover, Noah the feeler, and Martin the empath. Once you combine all those 4, no woman will ever want to leave you because you're the fucking guy. Because you make a woman feel safe, connected, but you also create thrill, tension, and leadership. Most attractive cocktail out there. Masculine trait number 1 is part of Patrick's archetype, which is being able to call out undesirable behavior. Yesterday, I coached a client of mine who works in AI. He's a software developer. Bro is very successful in his career, but cannot, for the love of God, set a boundary with his fucking boss babe, bitch girlfriend, basically. Like, he pays for everything, and yet she is extremely ungrateful. And my client is super frustrated because he says, like, bro, why am I doing all this for? I told him yesterday, bro, you're basically paying to be castrated. He never sets the boundary. He never says no. His girlfriend says things like, hey, you should be eating spinach instead of peas. Why are you using paper towels? You should like protect the environment. Why are you doing X, Y, Z? She's always complaining. And last week, he actually asked her, hey, can I get one of your protein bars? And she said no. Bro, you paid for the protein bars. And she still said no. Guess how he responded? He just accepted it. What's the solution? Rebuild the fucking confidence and call out undesirable behavior. You attract what you tolerate, not what you want. You need to train and teach someone how to behave around you. Women are wired to test for a man's strength. If you cannot call out undesirable behavior because you're too afraid of conflict, you're too afraid that she might be upset because you are you've anchored your emotional well-being to her moods and her reaction to your behavior, bro, you are actually royally fucked. I am coaching millionaires who are leading teams of 30, 40 people, no problem whatsoever being assertive in their business, but bro, at home, absolute wet wipe, absolute vegetable. Now, how do you overcome the fear of calling out bad behavior? You just gotta fucking accept that she's going to be mad at you. Ask yourself, for how much longer am I willing to tolerate a life that I actually despise? How much longer do I want to tolerate that a woman is bossing me around? Can it get any worse, bro? Your relationship in your life sucks already. Like, you might as well try to make it somewhat better by telling her off, by putting her in her place. I told my client, you know what, if you want to have a protein bar, just fucking take it. You don't even ask for permission. If you clean with using paper towels, you fucking use it. When she complains about it, you know what you're gonna tell her? Yo, I don't care. Here's a live role play, how I teach my client how to set boundaries in an audacious way. Because right now, you do not need to be concerned about saying the right thing. We don't need to work on communication skills right now. We need to work on actually the foundation, which is the confidence and the self-belief to fucking set the boundary in the first place. Right now, we need a hammer.
I think you're being really mean right now.
Yeah, it's my second name. So, you know what? I'm going to help you with the trash, no problem. And then you just walk it out, put it out slowly. How about that? It's a great workout. Did you know that when you, instead of just relaxing, when you apply slow pressure and low pressure on the injury, it actually accelerates healing. It's amazing how the body works, right? Yeah, great, right? It's amazing. Now, how do you need what kind of help? How can I help you with the compost? How can I help you with the fucking trash?
You gotta carry it and empty it. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
that's why I don't do it.
Yeah, shall I take you out as well, or? Yeah, it looks like it. Because you're as useful as the fucking trash right now. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you make me feel like shit right now. So I guess I am shit.
Yeah, I mean, something is attracting the flies, isn't it? I mean, maybe it's your compost, maybe it's you. We don't know yet, right?
And this is actually super healthy because this creates tension. Believe it or not, women love tension. That's why they're so obsessed with romance novels and drama. The second masculine trait is being playful and do not take things too serious. Be more lighthearted. A lot of guys stop being a lover in a relationship and just become a provider, aka financial assets and leadership and emotional support. But they completely neglect the thrill that a woman needs to experience to be completely attracted and aroused around you, wet, basically dripping every second she looks at you. How do you become that kind of lover? You start qualifying her in the relationship. A lot of guys, when they fall in love, they completely pedestalize a woman. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky I have you. I would not be anything without. Bro, are you gay? Why do you say things like, I wouldn't be anything without you? I'm so lucky to have you. How little do you think of yourself, bro? The reason why you keep saying these things is because you have so much scarcity in your life that you just, that you develop one-nightitis. I can love my girlfriends without being dependent on them. I tell my girlfriend, hey, I love you and I'm grateful for having you in my life. But I also say things like, yeah, sometimes I wonder, how did I actually end up with you? You know, you're such an annoyingly cute prince. Sometimes you're like, you drive me so crazy, you know, like sometimes I wonder and I'm not sure, you know. I say it in a playful way. Of course, I don't mean it, but it keeps her on her toes. Now, a lot of you guys will say, oh my gosh, but what if she has anxious attachment? Bro, fucking let her work through it. She's gonna survive it. You don't have to fucking tell her every single day that you're going to leave her. You're not threatening her. The delivery obviously matters. Like, observe, like, oh, I don't know why I'm with you. Oh, I might question my choices. I mean, that's a threat. Observe closely how I'm saying it in the playful Don Juan vibe. You know what, Sandra, like, sometimes I wonder, like, how did I end up with you? Like, gosh, you're so annoying sometimes. That's so much more playful and she will get, obviously, that you're not being serious. Stop being such a little Kevin, bro. So afraid of potentially saying the wrong thing and loitering yourself. No woman is attracted to that. How many times have you tried this lovey-dovey approach and got royally, like, steamrolled? So clearly it's not working. Like, it's like saying I'm gonna bang my head against the wall, wondering why I have a headache, and keep doing it, hoping that it might change. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Skill number 3 is playful flirtation. A lot of guys never actually truly learned how to flirt. If you cannot flirt, you cannot create thrill, you cannot create desire. You mistake sexual attraction with love. Love creates a bond, attraction creates desire. My girls initiate sex with me. They ask to meet up with me. They ask if they can suck my cock. They send me nudes without me having to ask for it. Why? Because I make them feel something that they are missing in their life right now, which is thrill, arousal. How do I do that? Again, qualifying her, but also flirting with her. So instead of saying, oh, good morning, babe, how did you sleep? I love you so much. You could also say, oh, good morning, troublemaker. Hope you didn't dream too much of me. It's playful, cocky vibe. A couple of days ago, Sandra sent me a video of her playing tennis with her dad. And I commented on her forehand and backhand and her technique being completely, absolutely atrocious. But then I used the video as well to escalate sexually. I asked myself, you know, like, I play tennis myself, right? So, okay, what do you need in order to hold the racket? You need grip strength. Now, what does holding something like this remind you of? Handle of a tennis racket. What does it remind you of? Well, the third leg of a guy. Now combine the third leg of a guy with grip strength. Sexual escalation is ready in front of you, delivered on a silver plate. I'm glad that my German sausage could help you develop grip strength. That's sexual escalation, bro. That is so flirtatious. Now, a lot of guys will say, but yeah, I couldn't do that with my girlfriend or my wife. Yeah, because you are fucking Kevin, bro. Because you've never done it. She views you as a provider and a roommate at best. It is you who needs to step up, lead, and start making those comments. And face potential rejection. When she doesn't play along, who gives a fuck, bro? Stop being so soft and Kevin. Look at Will Smith. Bro has absolutely zero balls. Look what happened to him. By the way, man, if you want to work with me on one-on-one in order to help you either become the guy who can effortlessly be playful and flirt and become charismatic in a relationship and also stop being a fucking Kevin, aka nice guy, apply to work with me. There's a link in the description to work with me on one-on-one. Or if you just want to get help with your relationship, same applies there. Press the link in the description and book a call with me. Would love to make you the guy that she can't get enough of. Masculine trait number 4 is part of the Noah archetype. Don't freak out when she tests you. Don't freak out when she pulls away. A lot of guys develop what is known as an anxious attachment style. I used to have this with my ex Marie. When she didn't text me, yeah, for like 2 hours, I completely like lost it. Checked my phone. It's like, oh my gosh, has she texted me? Then I went through this loop of, oh my gosh, she's leaving me. Maybe she's cheating. Maybe she's losing interest. You know what? Fuck her. I hate her. I don't want her in my life anyways. And then I went back to another worst case scenario. It's like, oh my gosh, but I actually love her. I can't live without her. Yada, yada, yada. And I started pacing around my flat. That was sort of my way of coping with someone leaving me on red. Like, how messed up is this, bro? There's zero emotional regulation. Now, do you think it's her fault that you cannot regulate yourself? Is it her problem that you completely lose it because she hasn't responded fast? Why does she have to respond fast? Like, why does she have to respond all the fucking time? I get it, communication is important, but like, bro, why can you not go without hearing from her for like 12 hours, 16 hours, bro? Like, people survived that 50 years ago, 20 years ago even. How can you now not survive this? It is a clear sign that you're completely insecure about yourself, bro. You need to develop fucking self-worth again. You need to find out where this insecurity comes from. Well, fun fact, very, very likely from your childhood. Carry a lot of childhood trauma that you need to work on. I always tell my guys, you carry a bag of shit with you that is invisible, and that bag of shit contains all the trauma from your childhood, an ex cheating on you, a girl calling you ugly, a breakup that you haven't fully processed yet. And the reason why it's invisible and you don't even know it exists because you never worked through it. You're the typical guy who just pushes shit down, thinks that going to the gym or like working harder is going to solve anything. But what you're fundamentally doing is just like putting something in the trash in the flat, and when it starts smelling, you take the trash from the kitchen to the bedroom hoping that this will make any difference. Well, okay, the smell is gone from the kitchen, but it's now somewhere in the fucking bedroom. So you're fucking fundamentally just rearranging shit. And the beauty of life is that women are your mirror, bro. They will always bring out the deepest insecurities in you when you fall in love. They will open the closet and say, hey, here's your trash, it smells. And you're like, oh shit, let me run away. Let me store it somewhere else. Let me put it in the bathroom. You need to stop doing that. If you want help with that, apply to work with me. Start journaling every day. Ask yourself, why am I getting triggered? Why am I like allowing this trigger to determine my life? Where does this trigger come from? What does it remind me of? Who triggered me in the past like this? Because like, you need to start regulating yourself, because a woman cannot feel safe around a man that is completely emotionally unregulated. When a woman cannot feel safe around you, she can also never feel aroused around you, because the last thing she wants to think of when she feels unsafe, aka thinking about survival, is like, do I want to reproduce, aka do I want sex, aka am I aroused? No. Final skill is Martin, the empath. There's one thing you need to fucking understand about women. When they come home from a bad day and they vent about their bitchy girlfriends, their shitty boss, and whatnot, they do not want a solution. They do not want a fix. We men are problem solvers. When we hear a problem, we want to fix it. We have this urge. Oh my gosh, I want to fix this problem. She just wants someone to listen to her, a shoulder to cry on, an ear that is open to her yapping session for 5 to 10. All you gotta do is when she comes home is do this. Or it seems like you're having a bad day. That's a labeling of an emotion. It seems like, or it sounds like, plus observation or assumption of the emotional experience that she's going through. Yeah, I'm really frustrated. Are you really frustrated? Mirroring what she said, the last word. What's been happening? Becoming curious. Oh, yeah. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah, actually, I want to talk about it. And then when she starts yapping, you just nod your head and say, yes, I understand, Sandra. I understand, Bambi. I understand, plus nickname. I feel you. I hear you. Words of acknowledgement. That's all she cares about now. And maybe, actually, she also wants to fix after, but only after she's fundamentally vented. And then you can get like happy and, oh my gosh, let me put the Bob the Builder hat on, let me fix the problem. If you enjoyed this, you will enjoy this video too.